Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Max Capital here, coming to you live with a week update for today's the 28th of August. And it seems like it's going to be a very busy week in the United States as investors are following closely a labor report alongside the PCE price index. Mainly, the US is going to be dominated by consumer confidence, CPI, which is um, very key or a key indicator for the overall economy because it touches on consumer spending. And we're in the business of money, right? At the end of the day, whatever we're doing is related to stocks, is related to commodities, is related to buying and selling. So I think it's very important to keep a close eye on that. We'll be looking at our Forex Factory calendar as well. Anywhere else in the world, in Europe, investors will be awaiting the European Central Bank monetary policy meetings in an attempt to gauge whether the central bank will raise or maintain rates in September, particularly given Europe's sluggish economic performance in the recent past. So in Asia, Chinese PMI figures for August will likely show the extent of recent economic slowdown, possibly offering clues on whether the Politburo may engage in greater extent of economic support to prevent a further slide in property sales. So furthermore, in Asia, we're going to see news on sorry, a speech actually tomorrow morning around 9:40 a.m. speech by the Reserve Bank of Australia Governor Bullock will speak on those meetings. So yeah, as you can see, we have more red folders. It's going to be a very, very, very busy week, especially in the US. And Friday we also have GDP. A GDP report from Canada, which will influence the market because GDP, as we know, generally measures the overall economy in terms of performance, in terms of manufacturing, basically the output of that specific country. So I wanted to do this very quickly. Let me see if I can do it at 5 minutes. So I'm gonna give you the details for the week ahead as far as analysis is concerned. Then if you joined us, if you're in the daily live trading room, you'd remember that last week we were more bullish on the dollar, but we were anticipating the market to retrace after 104. And as you can see, we pushed above 104, broke above that level. To me, the levels that I'll be looking at right now is 104,700 and probably, let me say 105. Let me say 105. I'm looking at the market coming back up to this high. Overall, as you can see, this past 2 days, this is Thursday, Friday, you can see the bullish momentum. So I'll be expecting a minor retracement probably to 103,500. Then we push all the way to 105. But that said, let's look at the Euro USD. Euro USD, I am still bearish as shared in the signal, it's really signal group, but the daily live trading room where we trade live with you, share the setups, share the entry opportunities, etc., etc. Let me show you just a little bit. So yeah, there you have it. So we show you exactly what the market what we're looking at in the market. That is GBP, USD, that is Euro USD short, and we ended up getting as you can see here, Euro USD sell limit at this price, stop loss, target profit. Basically that's what we do on a daily basis. So we are open. It's called the open. So basically I started this on Mondays. I used to do it from Mondays to Friday, but now I do it from Tuesday to Friday because Mondays are generally not a good day for me to trade, and this is the day where I'm doing more research for you guys to share with you guys right on this platform. So we're open for the London session, that is 10 to 11 a.m. GMT +2. That's my local time, which is South African time. And then we're open for New York from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. T+2. Once again, my local time, we're discussing the fundamentals. As you can see, we're discussing setups. We also discuss risk management and other tips that can help you become a better trader generally. So remember what we had said last week, on a long term, we are bullish on your USD, but we haven't reached the area that we're looking to buy at, which is 1.07300, around this area. So we'll be taking the selling opportunities. As you can see, we have a bearish order flow here. I'll step down to a 4-hour time frame to see. I ended up taking a second entry after sending the first one to the group because the market was lining up really well. So just before the news, the speech by Jerome Powell on interest rates, we were tagged in here, just almost stopped out, probably 30, not really 30 pips, less than 10 pips towards our stop loss. Alhamdulillah, we are still in this trade. Let's look at my reasons of entry. So first reason of entry was the reaction to this area of clearly we were supposed to take it all the way here, but that's okay. Area of supply, market reacted nicely, and look at what it did, change character to the downside. Remember, whenever we change character, that's a sign that the market is reversing to the other direction. And what I liked about this is the momentum at which the market pushed to the downside. So it's clear direction. So this is an impulse, and now we're waiting for a correction and a further move to the downside as indicated by this tool of mine. Let me remove that. So yeah. GBP USD, okay, USD CAD. With USD CAD, let's start on a higher time frame again. Have a look at this. As far as USD CAD is concerned, I mean, we're still bullish. I'm sure you can see it. Just been climbing. This is a daily time frame. You can't ignore the higher time frame structure. So last Friday, we had a minor retracement to the downside. So this rejection tells me that we need to see a corrective move. Probably the next demand level that we are going to go to is, is that one around 1.3500. As you can see, we gapped down. Our opening was a gap down today. It's okay. So this is what I'm anticipating, the market coming further down to this area 1.35200 and then pushing all the way up. We'll see, as we're expecting GDP news on Friday, but I think this will happen before Friday, right? Gold. With gold, as the dollar is gaining strength, as you know, gold is supposed to move the opposite direction. And we did see that last week, Friday, had a nice reaction to 1920 and a push to the downside that changed character right here. To me, we are supposed to be seeing more selling opportunities. Let me just put it as a breakout structure because this structure is quite complicated. It's not what we are used to seeing. Check on a 1 hour time frame. There it is. So you can see this nice push to the downside. Remember, momentum is very key. I think I have to change this. I've seen something here. This is supposed to be change of character, right? Because this is the last high low that existed here. All right. So we had the market turning and this areas of 1903, probably due to this demand. But if you look at how impulsively we push to the downside, because remember, this is how the market moves. It's going to make an impulse. It's going to make an impulse like that. Then we get a correction and another impulse following the preceding trend like that. Okay. So yeah. So we're still expecting some further movement to the downside here. That right, there we go. So I don't know, probably 1916, 1915, but I would say around 1915. You can put your sell limit and then you can target the loads of 1885. Nice 1:8 risk reward ratio trade. It is generally around there. So yeah, as a setup, we're going to share more on the daily live trading room. Also do contact me on the I'm going to leave my contacts on the comment section if you want to get involved with the daily live trading room. Let's look at British pound against the Japanese yen. I've been waiting for this for probably 2 weeks now to happen. As you can see from a higher time frame perspective, we are still bullish, right? We've been making a series of higher highs and higher lows, and using my fib from this leg to that leg, it shows that my high probability discounted area of demand is around this level. So that's what we'll be paying our attention to this week. Hopefully we see it pushing lower to the downside to 182, 800. That's where we're going to make our buying opportunities. Next is US 30. Once again, always high time frame structure. So last week we saw US stocks dropped, but they closed higher on Friday based on the news of interest rates by Jerome Powell. Right, so as you can see, bearish order flow, lower highs and lower lows. So what's in control right now? It is this lower high and this lower low, and we're looking for selling opportunities within within the same range. So yeah, still expecting more opportunities to the downside here. Stepping down to a 1 hour time frame, this is how it looks. The setups, they're always shared on real time in the daily live trading group, right? So let's look at probably the last one. German 30 is looking nice as well. As you can see, bearish order flow, bearish order flow. Now, I don't want to take too much of your time. I'm not usually awake at this time of the day as well. It's just that I had some difficulty getting my sleep on, and I was like, you know what, let me share market breakdown for you guys so that you can understand what's going on in the week ahead. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. See you on the daily live trading room. All right, cheers.